Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Hourglass Podcast. I'm Kyle. I'm your host, Kyle Baker. And I just want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for joining in. Before I forget, all hearts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, all thoughts and prayers, hearts and prayers, hearts and prayers, all thoughts and prayers for the state of Florida, the state that I'm in right now. After, the devastation of Hurricane Helen, my heart and soul pours out to all the families who may have caused or lost any loved ones, any damage that you may have suffered to your home, personal belongings, things of that nature. My heart breaks for you. Now, on top of that, we got another damn hurricane coming. Hurricane Milton is coming. It's a Category 3 hurricane. Supposed to, I believe, hit land on Wednesday. This shit is insane, man. I'm never ready for a hurricane. I swear to God, I'm never ready. I've been living in Florida now since 2014. I got out the army in 13. I moved to Florida in 14. And I still don't own a generator. Whenever there's a hurricane coming, like, I'm usually like one of the last people to find out. I can never find water. I'm always this close to being broke, so evacuating is not an option. I don't know, man. It's nothing to laugh about. It's really not. But I got to do better, is what I'm trying to say. I need to do better. I need to organize my life a little bit better. Yeah, man. This is a serious situation. It's very, very serious. There are a lot of people right now terrified. They're so terrified, they buying up all the water and all the goddamn toilet paper. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Why is that the 1-2 combo? Water, I understand it. Toilet paper? COVID breakout, y'all going to buy toilet paper. Hurricane coming, y'all going to buy toilet. Somebody please explain that to me. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if your house floods? You going to take that toilet paper and, I don't know, wrap it around your ass until you float or something? I don't know. What are you planning on doing with toilet paper? That's stupid, man. But anyway, hey, I want to take this opportunity to also to address some self-improvement in my life. It's been since April 15th since I've had my last drink, and that's a big accomplishment for me because let's just say your boy used to throw them back. You hear me? Yeah, man. But I don't know. I kind of came to the point in life to where I don't know. I'm really concerned about my health. For the sake of my child, my family as a whole. But I want to be healthy. I don't want to get sick. I want to be here to see things for her. On top of that, I got tired of people talking shit about me the night or the day after a night of drinking. Oh, Kyle, you remember doing this? Kyle, you remember that? No, goddammit. First of all, don't try to single me out. We were all there. All of us got drunk. Y'all took y'all clothes off. Don't try to single me out. But, like I said, I've learned some lessons along the way, and I'm doing well. It's also given me a lot of clarity, staying away from the devil's urine, alcohol, so to speak. Probably one of the best decisions that I've made. I think as a whole, that tied into my mental health. It's kind of like a snowball effect. learning how to recognize my triggers. That's part of this journey that I'm on, just trying to figure out who I am as a person, and hey, things that I don't like, I'm gonna try to fix them. Try my best to fix them. I'm not perfect. I mean, none of us are, but I think it's important that we strive to be better people each and every day. You know what I mean? I gotta learn how to disconnect my emotional connection with money, if that's possible. I don't know if that's possible at all. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Have you been able to achieve the mentality of, hey, I have no mental connection at all with money? Because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm the type of man where I have a love-hate relationship with money. Like I love it when I have it, but I hate it when I don't have it. You know what I mean? It's like a toxic relationship with an ex. Ugh, I can't stand that bitch, but I love her. Ugh, you know that's how I feel, man. But I'm trying to change that because I don't want it to control my life. I've dealt with a lot of stress because of, finances and things of that nature. It all stems from just trying to be a man, just trying to hold down my responsibilities as a man. You know what I mean? I wasn't raised by a man. My grandmother raised me. My mother's deceased, and my dad was never around. I met my dad for the first time when I was 20, as a matter of fact. And it was a hi and bye. Hey, nice to meet you. All right, bye. That was pretty much it. By that point, I didn't realize, but I was already a man. I was a man in the physical form, and growing into the mental form of what it means to be a man. Like I said, my grandmother raised me. And it took a long time to realize that there's only so much a woman can teach a boy about being a man. I think at some point is up to that boy to decide, like, all right, well, it's up to me to reach higher heights in life. I want to strive for something a little bit more. But with all things, responsibility. You got to be responsible with the things that we strive for, the things that we accomplish, the things that we acquire in this life. Be responsible. Of course, some of the traits that I have was instilled in me also from my time in the military. I mean, the army will make you a man real quick, whether you want to be or not. Like I said, I joined when I was 18, and soon after I joined, I don't know, man, life kind of like just took off for me real fast in the military. I was exposed to some things. I learned a lot of things. I was a young boy from South Carolina. There was a lot about life I didn't know. I was part of the 226 Quartermaster Company out of Fort Stewart, Georgia, and within the company, I was part of the POL platoon. I was a fueler before I became a pilot. And our platoon kind of, I don't know. If you ask me, we kind of ran the whole goddamn company. We were some savages. Like kind of like the thugs of the company, the POL platoon. We talk shit to each other, but damn it, you better not talk shit to one of us, because that's the worst mistake that you can make. All right, don't do that. Case in point, we had this guy named Kites in my platoon. Now Kites was, I'm gonna be real with you, Kites was a chunky soldier. He was. I don't know what Kites looked like now, but at the time, Kites was a little heavy. And we would have to go on these runs, these long ass pointless runs, if you ask me. But at the beginning of every run, kites would fall out of the run. I'm talking about as soon as we start running. Double time march, kites is huffing and puffing. I'm talking about winded from the beginning. This is when I learned that military personnel, especially in the Army, they really don't give a fuck. They don't care about what they say to each other. We start to run, kites falling out of the run. All you hear is, "Kites, get your fat ass up here, kites." "Kites, you better get up here, kites. You better get your fat ass up here, kites." I'm thinking to myself, Kites is gonna go home and kill herself tonight. I swear to God. It was ruthless. It's ruthless to think and just to look back and know that we were that rough on that guy. I wonder how he's doing now. I heard he got out of the Army, and I heard he became a highway patrolman or a sheriff or some shit like that. I hope life has gotten a little bit better for him. I hope he's doing well. God knows, the POL platoon, we weren't shit to kites. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not me personally, but the guys in my platoon, they were a little rough on kites. We also had a guy named Lee. I think his name was Chin Lee. I know his last name was Lee. He was from China. Lee was cool. Lee was cool, right? He's a Chinese dude. And for whatever reason, he could spit any rap song, like any rap song that came on the radio. He knew all the words to the rap song. But when our platoon sergeant or our section sergeant or anybody else in the platoon asked Lee to do something, Lee act like he don't know English. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, don't understand. I don't understand. Lee, Sergeant Lloyd need you to go down to the motor pool. We got to get these trucks lined up for tomorrow. Ooh, I don't understand. I don't understand. You let Ludacris come on the radio. He know every goddamn word to the song, man. Lee was always on that shit. I swear he was. We also had a guy named Sparks in my platoon. I didn't know Sparks long, but from what I remember about Sparks was Sparks could run, right? He was a good runner. But what kind of like messed with my mind a little bit with Sparks was before we started running, Sparks would light up a cigarette, a Newport 100, while he's stretching. I swear to God, man. Before we run, and this is for like a PT test, Sparks is over in the corner stretching and smoking Newport 100s back to back. One of the first people back and done after the run. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know. I had to ask him. I was like, yo, like, hold on, wait a minute. You smoking a cigarette before the run? He's like, yeah, it helped to open my lungs up. He must have been right. He must have been right because, man, listen, Sparks could run like a gazelle from what I remember. We also had a guy named Thomas. Thomas was probably one of the fastest guys in my platoon. I swear, like, I think he had like extra ligaments or something in his legs. I don't know. They say on your mark, get set, go, and Thomas take off, and he started running like he going to save somebody. You hear me? But what was crazy about Thomas, when Thomas run, after 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, however long we were pointlessly running, you don't see a drop of sweat. There wouldn't be one drop of sweat on his face, not one. And I used to always wonder, like, well, what's wrong? Like, how do you not sweat at all? He was just in top shape, I guess. I don't know, man. A lot of good things happening for me this week. I just recently got approved for a I'll just say it like this: a retreat for veterans. Okay. I'll say it. I'll say it just like that. It's a retreat for veterans. I'm really not going to say what's going down on the retreat. Just know that it's a healing experience, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's looking like I'm going to get a chance to go to maybe Peru or Costa Rica for this retreat, to partake in this specific healing journey. It's something that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, and it seems as if I'm going to get that opportunity real soon. So fingers crossed for me. We shall see what happens. Yeah, man, got that happening for me. I've got some other things cooking up through the VA. I was hounding my vocational counselor because I have a service-connected disability. I'm assigned a vocational counselor to rehabilitate myself as a citizen in this country. My counselor through the VA, the one that I had that actually got me through my master's degree program, she's no longer with us, so they gave me a new counselor who happens to be new. Now me trying to vigorously, I don't know if that's the appropriate word to use right now. It may not be vigorously. Me trying to hustle in every shape and form that I can. I was having a hard time getting in contact with her. Little did I know, she was going through training. She's a new counselor, and I just needed to do what I call calm the fuck down and wait. But after waiting for a few weeks, I finally got some information. I got some news. It looks as if I'm going to have an opportunity coming up for me pretty soon. I'm not going to say where. I just don't like to jinx myself. I know you're probably asking, like, well, Kyle, why don't you just tell us? Just tell us. Like, nah, I'm the type of guy, I don't like to tell you. I don't like to tell you shit. I really don't. I just kind of like to just do things. You know what I mean? I learned my lesson about planning things. You can plan things, but try to be a little loose. Try to be a little flexible. You know what I mean? Like, you got to always have, like, contingency plans and something to fall back on. Like I shot my first half-hour comedy special at the University of Tampa back here probably about 7 months ago. Now, this comedy special was for my capstone project. It worked out the way it did. I don't know, things just lined up the way they did, you know, and I took advantage of an opportunity. I have a master's degree in social and emerging media, which is pretty much anything AI related and anything media related that you can think of. So, if I remember correct, the core classes, it's about 5 classes, and then you have 2 electives. And your capstone project is cumulative. Your capstone project should encompass all of your core classes. So, I'm like, well, I'm learning about sound, audio, video production, artificial intelligence, along with some other things, digital storytelling. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool if I could do maybe a half-hour comedy special. You know, they said, hey, you can't just do your comedy special, but you can produce it for the purpose of short form social media content. And that's what I ended up doing. But when I'm talking about as far as planning, this was my first production ever. I've been doing stand-up comedy off and on now about 11 years. But I've never produced a show myself. I've always been on other people's shows, or I've done like private gigs or a few corporate gigs, churches, things of that nature, but never a show that I produced myself. So when this opportunity came up for me at the school to produce my half-hour comedy special for the purpose of short-form social media content, I couldn't help but to jump on it. But I didn't know everything that went into the planning process, the logistics of everything. It was extremely difficult hill to climb. I had a lot of setbacks, a lot of disappointments. So many disappointments and so many setbacks, so many letdowns that in fact I got my project completed. I got that completed for my degree. But for the personal project of actually having something tangible to upload to like Amazon or Tubi, something that I can stream, I want to refilm the project, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to refilm the project. Right now I'm looking tentatively for May time frame, around my birthday. I just want to bring the year in with a bang as far as my birthday, and I think that would be a good date to take a second swing at this project called Wired Differently. We're going to refilm it. So for those of you who didn't get a chance to come to the first live taping of my comedy special, Wired Differently, you will get another chance. I learned a lot of things, and like I said, I'm ready to try it again. I got a list of things that I need to accomplish in my mind, and I'm at a point in my life now to where like I'm not waiting. I'm going to just do it. You know what I mean? The only reason why the date is so far away is because it takes money. It takes money to produce a comedy special. I had to hire a videographer, cameras, lights, the venue itself, promotion, flyers, things of that nature. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to put it all together. And then of course, like the material that I choose to use. I want my material to be completely different, and it will be completely different, original, written solely by me. Just giving it a fresh start and going for it as hard as I can, so I can say, all right, we got this baby done finally. No lighting issues, because that's what I had, that's what I experienced. No camera issues. That was also a hiccup that I experienced. On top of the fact that I planned this show for a year straight, and nobody told me, hey Kyle, the date that you're planning your show is the same date as Gasparilla. Yeah, man, they're gonna be showing titties and throwing beads. You may not want to throw your comedy special on that date. I didn't know. I never been to Gasparilla before, and I'm not really a fan of tan freckled titties, so I didn't know about the event. I prefer my titties chocolate or Latina, but anyway, that's neither here nor there about the flavor of titties that you desire in your life. But like I said, the plan now is to regroup. It's crazy that kind of goes back to the military as well. Like that's also something that I learned in the Army. You miss your shot, you're just fired, and you try it again. You regroup and you try it again. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. You know, I don't want to say stepping out on faith. That's a cliche. I'm believing in myself. Hey, thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for tuning in, for taking the time to actually check out who I am as a person and what this show is all about. Once again, this has been the Hourglass Podcast. If you haven't, please click the like button and subscribe. All right, peace.